Right, hello viewers. Today we're making a little Ancient Warfare 3 map, and I thought I'd just work on a video since I hadn't really posted much, and I tried to post a decent amount of videos. And well, I guess I'll go over what I've done in this video so far. We've got our little peoples, and well, we're just going to be working on a little map. So yeah, and this map is one of those maps where you sort of put units down and script stuff, and basically people attack it with their own units. So I'm going to be working on one of them. So we've just got a bunch of generic, militia, but they're themed around Britain. So we're gonna work on this a bit. And now I've tried to actually theme sort of the terrain around, well, like woods that I've been near, and while it's not completely accurate, the trees would be a lot taller. I can't really find any really big trees on for Ancient Warfare 3. So if anyone that knows any like custom models that make trees that have like really big trees, then do let me know. So we're gonna add like little areas for the players, well, for the attackers. Now I've made other maps like this, but those are around frogs, and while those were fun, sort of a bit bored of the frogs now. So I'm just going to have a little group of British people. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little, well, this is like a little cabin. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little ambush spot. So we're gonna have it once they get near here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna T-34. Now the inspiration for this is well, it's not just a Hearts of Iron 4 mod. I think it's about wargaming and tabletop, and it's about Britain in the 1930s going into a civil war. And I've obviously themed these dudes around the socialists. So that's sort of the inspiration, but the main idea is sort of, it's set during, well, Sea Lion, and there's a bunch of angry British people. That's why they got flag caps. So now I did make a flag for, now I did come up with like a sort of flag idea. So I'll put the flag on these guys. But I'll just actually no. Wait, do I just have a British flag I can put on it? Oh, Union Jack. There we go. Now you might be thinking it's a bit wonky having a Union Jack on a T-34, but bear with me. Now the inspiration for this is Snuffly Pine's UCCR bases like this. Those are very good. That's my sort of inspiration. Hence why I'm using a PPSH, but it's going to be different since, well, yeah. There's also these field guns. I modelled these myself, and I'm pretty proud of them. Now, where was it? Militia tank, V2. Gonna put that there's on guard mode. So I'm just gonna T-34 explosion and get type. Equals. So if it's a blue unit, then we're sort of going to have the T-34 explode. But no, we'll have like. Actually, we'll put like We'll have a bit of C4 on the back. Now I know C4, I don't think C4 existed during the Second World War, but it's like a satchel charge. There's no satchel charge on the workshop, so yeah. Now I'm just gonna put a little red light here. Now, oh, there's the little muzzle flash script thing. Now I'm just gonna put like an invisible wall here. Now the reason I'm putting an invisible wall is because, well, this area could probably be a bit dangerous, and I don't want my units shooting over at people by a T-34 explosion. So what we're going to do is we're going to teleport a movable object hence the red light. Now we're going to put it there. Now we're going to get these units for each. Now we're going to do set target position. So what these dudes are going to do is they're, well, actually I'm gonna have this dude. I'm gonna give him a beard though, since I like to have. It'd be nice if these units looked a bit unique. They don't all have to look the same, since it's, well, a little insurgency. Not insurgency, but like a rebellion. So what these dudes are going to do is basically they're going to set off the charges on the tank, and they're going to run over to here. And after 4 seconds, set speed, set movement speed, they're going to like proper sprint it. And then we're going to set their speed back to normal. Then we're going to have like the tank explode. So basically stuff like this, little like yeah. So I'm actually just going to test this. Back up. So I'm just going to have people with AK-12s, well, walk up. Now these are the spawn points. Not sure if I'll have that side of the river also be a spawn point. Now I'll probably have like an invisible wall here and here. Basically, I don't want the enemy. I don't want to be spawn killing them, since that just seems a bit naff. I'm just gonna turn down decibels for the desktop audio just slightly. So yeah, the field guns move around. So yeah, the field guns, they do work. They're a bit wonky, but they work. Now the PPSH is going off. Now I'll probably, I had an idea. Apart from just having the little T-34 explosion trap thing. Oh, there they go, they're running. But they did set off the explosive. Oh, okay. I think that might work, that could work. Then we've got a little American M2 machine gun. Those artillery guns aren't manned. Those field guns aren't well manned. Originally, as you would have seen, the map was only this little ambush river area, but I decided to make it a bit bigger. Now, I'll want to make the T-34 explosion a lot bigger, and then like delete the T-34 on the C4. Since, well, it's a big boom. It's a very big boom. And I actually want to increase the running speed. And I just want to increase these lots of health. Actually, I'll give them something to distinguish them from the other, like, people that detonate explosives. Gonna give them more ballistic goggles, or something to cover their face with. So yeah. How big was the boom? Oh yeah, 20. I'll have it be 25. 650. And actually set target position. I'll have them run a bit further up than there. And I don't like the fact that that dude's using an ROK as well. Now this gun here is like a hybrid of a Lewis gun and an MP18 with its design. It's like a little militia rifle. And I made that for a sort of nation RP thing. Then I'm gonna have this dude. But I don't want him doing that. So I'm just gonna test this again with more people with AK-12s. But I'm also gonna gonna put that just so they don't shoot. Yeah, I think that's a bit more fair. Well, I'd say it's a bit more fair. And then we're gonna see. Because the PPSHs, they're able to shoot, they're decent. So they're gonna get closer to our little demolition team. And there they go, they're running. And boom. Yeah, I think that works alright. I might have to decrease the detonation time. And there's and we have little defensive position here. French helmet, French rifle, but we've also got some British stuff. Then the field guns. The field guns are going to be a bit of a difficulty for the enemy to take out, but we've also got a improvised militia tank over here across this wooden bridge, so it's going to be a bit difficult for the attackers to defeat that. But we'll improvise. We'll look at what we got. So I'm just keeping those AK-12 people there to test things. Gonna decrease the gonna increase like the bomb timer, so 6.5 seconds. I think that's fair enough. And I'm gonna actually. And once that happens, it's gonna delete. It's gonna delete Union Jack flag and spawn fire. And we also need to not only delete the C4, but we also need to delete the light. So where's that light gone? There's that light. So we've got our little first scripted event. But we're gonna have, that's the first one we did so far. But we're gonna have our little ambush. Now, these scripts might not work if you're attacking with zombies or units on the non-game mode. So you might just have to change the values, but yeah. Now I saw a trick in a different map where instead of manually placing the units down, you had an invisible passive unit. And what you'd do is you'd place them around where you want units to spawn. So I'm gonna wait. So ref collection. No, not object, I want unit. So yeah, there we go. So when they walk through there, it's gonna get a random unit. So we need to get an array of custom units. Face. Camouflage face paint stripes, yeah, that's what I needed. And I'll use the PPSH one, since the PPSH is quite fun to use. And I'll have this look a bit different. Hell, I'll even have his hair be messed up. Now the only problem I might face here is, well, have I got a Mass 36, or didn't I have like a French machine gun in here? Let's go into the World War I category. I think I had a French machine gun somewhere. MP18. I've got an MG08, but Tommy gun. Yeah, I'll give him a go there. Sure. Face paint. I'm trying to like not be like too OP, but I'm also trying to be like somewhat realistic with it. And actually, I'll give this guy another PPSH, because the PPSH is a pretty decent machine gun. It's probably the best piece of firepower I've got until I well, yeah. Radio pack. Now I have got this radio backpack, but actually, yeah, sure, I'll use this radio backpack as well. Cap. Instead of that cap, I'm gonna use. Oh wait, we'll have some stick camo. Generic cap. Flat cap. Yeah, flat cap. Because flat caps are good, they're fun. And actually, we'll just have those there. Replace unit custom. Set behavior. Guard. Set guard behavior. Now they're all going to be crouching. Now we're going to test if this works. Because if this does work, then I'll be laughing my head off. And we'll be doing fine and dandy. I don't see them spawning in. Let's see if the T-34 explosion works a bit better now. So they set off the explosion. They get shot. Yeah, that works. Oh, and yeah, okay, that works well. And then of course we've got this defensive position with the machine gun. And we've got the field gun batteries here. Okay, so we need to figure out what went wrong. Is it a scripting error? Trigger, it's because it was the sphere. And they're also red units. And you know what, we're gonna we're gonna also face, camouflage face paint, there we go. We're then going to have like a little road, a dirt road. Now the dirt road isn't where you spawn your units, you spawn them down there on the green bit. Now that little forest area, I'm going to add some like fencing around it. Yeah, I'm basing this off like terrain that I've seen when I've been out on like car drives and stuff. Because we're set in the north of England, and the north of England is very hilly. Very hilly. But we're also going to, right, hedge. Now, here we go. Now one thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying not to revert back to my old ways of map making. But it's a bit difficult for me not to. I used to just use all these hedges all the time. It doesn't look very good though. I'll keep it in for now, And then I'll make it look way more natural with the trees there. So what I'm thinking on doing is after like they reach like this area, yeah. When they reach this area, bless you. So when they reach like, yeah, because then they have to go through this area, unless they use paratroopers or drop troopers from 40k. I wonder who I'm referring to there. Nah, it's completely fine. No, I won't get mad. Now one thing we're also going to do is we're going to have a flat cannon. Now the reason we're having a flat cannon instead of anything else is because, actually I'll add a flat cannon there. Wood foundation. We'll have a little wood bunker and like wood base complex. Wood door. Would you stop that? Ha ha ha. I'm so funny. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you, it's gonna be like an ambush. Well, lots of parts of this map are full of ambushes and little tricks. And see, that's what I plan to do. I plan to sort of use realistic tactics. Well, not realistic, well maybe not realistic, but basically, the faction that I've got now, I used to have the frogs, but the frogs, they were alright, but I've sort of, I don't use them much anymore, they're not as fun. I made a few frog bases, but yeah, I'm leaving the frogs behind in favour of a good bunch of British lads. Good lord. Right, so, don't worry, I'm not done, I haven't finished that yet. So what I'm gonna do is remake casualty counter. Oh yes, I used that because this is from a different map. Counter assault. Now after like 3 minutes, start, delay. I think 168. Yeah, that's 3 minutes. Spawn. Now if this doesn't work, I'll be a bit buggered. vehicle colour. It'll be forest coloured, green, because that's what our tanks look like. Drive over. Only the enemy. Only the enemy. That's all need to drive over. And then we'll have an array of custom units. There are like 8 of them. So while this little group of units isn't going to be the strongest, so now we'll have these lot. So for each unit, now we'll have actually, you know what I'm going to do? We'll spawn 16 units, but we're going to have... See, I'm smart. I can do smart things every now and then. Now, unlike a certain person's counter-attacking their map... Nah, I'm joking. I'm not going to flame other people's maps, because that's wrong. Or more ambiguous, I don't know. I'm just yapping. So then for each boat, we're also gonna do that again, but from here, have them here. But the tank will be spawned in the middle. And we're gonna have a few different units here. Who is this? Oh yeah, this is our little assault unit. But, see, I have like an attack script, but they're a lot different. T34. Default forest. We'll have a little traffic jam. Agit Rack 1 infantry tank. So we'll have these little oh yeah, I need to also add the grass. So this little section here, it's gonna be like open and joyful and happy. Right, let's test. Let's see if the scripts work, or a decent amount of them anyway. Here we go. And then, well, okay, that one didn't work too well. What I might do is I might put invisible walls like along this path. I'll try not to use too many invisible walls, because it just, yeah. I'm not sure. If anyone has any criticisms of the map, when I post it, you can just leave it in the comments. But I think we've got some cool mechanics. I like that, I think that's a good one. So yeah, then we got the field guns. Then we got our bolt action rifles. Now, if people use assault rifles against this map, I might be in a bit of trouble. But we're in the trees, and it's very hard to fight stuff when you're in, well, it's like a little ambush. So we've got our little field gun position. Our little T-34 that's got blown up. And then we have these little tankies. Scripting object. Okay. So I think this works decently well. These guys here now, these guys probably won't survive a lot of the time, but I can't really blame them. But they're there to sacrifice themselves for the cause. You see. Where'd my C4 go? I had C4 on there. Okay, yeah, I think that ambush works a bit. Yeah, and then the field guns. Yeah, that defensive position is going to be a bit of a doozy for people to take. I have a feeling that factions that attack us from like Second World War era stuff might, well, not struggle per se, but they might find some sections to be a bit difficult, especially like this section and this section, considering these are some of my most well defended areas. And that poor T-34. An ambush hasn't spawned yet. Wonder why. Actually, when the tank gets blown, we could have a bit of comedy here. When the tank gets blown up, oh wait, no. For each attack position. We'll have a guy. We'll have like a tank crewman with a Webley pistol cap, generic cap. He's gonna pop out. Wait, no, that's not a good tank crewman cap. Police cap. Yeah, I guess that could work. Yeah, he's gonna pop out the tank and start shooting the enemy. It's just cinema. Set behaviour. It's actually not set guard behaviour. Guard pose. Might actually have those people on attack. The PPSHs are doing remarkably well. The guy does spawn on top of the tank. I like that. That actually works really well. He didn't even know his own tank was getting blown up, so he just popped out the hatch to try and get out. Where'd I put the C4? Oh well. Explosive bar. AP mine. I'll put like 1 or 2 AP mines. Wait, no, mine. Yeah, AP mine. Only like 5 there. $120, so it only takes 2 minutes for that. Start intro. Wait, so start, press, start, get units of team. Start, spectating. I'll be right back, viewers. Right, viewers, I've returned. Right, what were we doing? Oh yeah, the start intro, counter assault, yeah. So, we've got T-34 that goes boom, we've got the ambush. Right, I want to change something from the ambush real quick. Right, first of all, I want people over here to be ambushing as well. And after like, well, like a 2 millisecond delay, they're going to go into well, they're going to go into default behaviour. So they'll start walking around trying to shoot. What the? Right, no clue what that was about. So unit behaviour default. Right, so now we've done that. I had an idea. Basically, what we're going to do is we'll do like a little road. Road over here. So when enemy troops get onto the bridge, they like try and, oh well, we'll have like little people here on the bridge. No, I don't update modular buildings. We'll have like people on the bridge. We'll have a few graves here. Paper. Put some stuff on the paper later. And we'll get some guys. Actually, we'll bring back these like saboteur type people. And we'll have some like barrels on this bridge. So what will happen is there'll be like a trigger here, and they'll move like here. So if these enemies aren't taken out, they'll set off the barrels, they'll run past the bridge, and they'll detonate the bridge. And what they'll do is then they'll also detonate this, basically scorched earth, and they'll run back into the woods, and that'll count as a victory, a sort of unique ending. But if you kill these units before that, then you can actually go on, keep fighting, basically scorched earth. Now, of course, there'll also be the counter assault that pops in like 2 minutes after to try and push you back. But really, the defending team in this, they're aware of the fact that they can't win. Custom introspected. Custom info transform. Actually, we'll have Commissar Wriggles. Actually, I'll make a unit for Commissar Wriggles. Yeah, that's what it's for. Cap. He doesn't wear a cap, but he'll have like a hood. Webley. Well, he will. Actually, yeah, he'll also have a cap. I keep pressing the wrong damn thing. Commissar Wriggles. Nice little neat reference. Table. So, example, if you have like snipers, map. Actually, this is also another neat little reference. And we'll have him with. We'll have him with like some of his guards. See, we don't have the best defences. I'm gonna be honest. We've got like a few brand guns. Like we have like automatic weapons in the houses. So what these dudes will do is, well, they'll escort Commissar Wriggles out of the battlefield. But a few of them will be like, yeah. So what do we do next? We'll get to that when it comes to it. So we need to do this. Start intro. Then we'll just have big font size, vertical alignment and that stuff. Now I think now hit and run tactics they work well now, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do another sneaky thing, another sneaky beaky thing. What this trigger will do, spawn custom unit. It's gonna spawn some like, well, PPSHs. Apologies for using the PPSH so much. It's the best weapon I have in my arsenal, infantry weapon wise. I'll have to go on a bit of a shopping spree later for more weapons. By shopping spree I mean subscribing spree. So, yeah. So we'll just have like people spawn here. Rubble. Can I make a BTR-80 look like Second World War era? CC. think that looks decently enough like the Second World War. It looks like something that an insurgent group would improvise on the spot. If you guys don't think it looks Second World War though, that's fine. I could maybe change it. Lie down. So yeah, we have sort of like a little tent, rapid redeploy tent. We'll have like this be a sort of, it's like a sort of camp, a place where they sort of just chill out. I've got multiple different like types of units here. We'll have another officer. Then we'll have number L. No, not savers and new. No, I don't want to overwrite wriggles. I want, yeah. So yeah, they've sort of just parked, stopped for fuel. Could be anything really. And I'll have it where once they like get near the aid station, the injured will. Now another idea I had is like little bombs, little explosives strapped to the trees. So, example, your units will be walking up here. Walking up here, and then kablam! Yeah, I'm sort of reusing old ideas here that I've used before. T-34 one I think works decently well, or at least works decently well. And actually I'm gonna have another soldier here. So, yeah. Hopefully one guy gets away. Shell. These guys have sort of... These lot aren't the best well defended, but these lot are a lot better defended. Grass. Rock. Put some rocks on like the little riverbanks. Because who doesn't like a good rock? I think this might be like a decently well defended base so far, but I need to yeah. So delay float. I don't know, I'll do it for 3 seconds since this one's a bit 600, actually 900 damage. I tend to have explosions do a decent amount of damage because, well, they're explosions. So we'll just delete that. And we'll also spawn fire around. Spawn object ID. Fire effect large. I'd also just like to apologise to the viewers for not uploading much recently. I might add more of these tree explosives later. But yeah. Actually, can I add a little cabin here? Oh yeah, I can add a little cabin. Gonna give this dude a coach gun instead. Hair.
I didn't know if it was in my head or not. No, it's not.
No.
Terry.
Actually, it's the same thing. It's literally.
Sure.
But it stops with it. Then it's. Yeah, if you're outside, you hear other bits. But that's all I hear in that.
So I'm just making this little defensive hut thingy. Wood plank. Plank. There we go. So this guy in this house, he's well defended. He's not going to let any crazy people get to him. Right, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, we have to script the section up here as well. Oh yeah, I was also just sandbags. It's a bit hard to detail some areas on maps like this. Or at least for me it is. Then we've got this little APC looking thing. C. I must admit, a lot of the tactics I'm using here seem a bit, But for now, did I? Oh, I didn't even finish the text colour on that. Actually, background colour can be the same since background transform. Have it last 8 seconds. And I'll most likely get some people to test this. Map. Now I've noticed that a lot of the one-time explosives might not be very useful if people using a text script. Now why the hell is the text not popping up? Right, I'll fix that in a second. We've got the guys. Yeah, I think this is working well. And I'm gonna pray they don't shoot Terry. Oh yeah, those SMG. Oh god, the PPSH is ripping. We've got another one. I don't know how they've got access to all these Russian guns, like, but they just have. And Terry's in his shack. Are they going to shoot him? Are they going to shoot Terry? They can't reach Terry. Because they're dum-dums. Right, I'm going to have to fix that. Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got these guys. The little attacking peoples. Hell, they didn't even get to. Oh no, they shot this guy, but they didn't even go near the T-34. Because they're too busy trying to get into into Terry's shack. So viewers, what I'm going to do is well, so we've got that little bit sorted. Yeah, we've also got this attack sorted. Actually, I'm just gonna have, yeah, so that happens twice over. G and then B. Right. So what do we do here? Camp bed. Actually, what we'll do is we'll have like a group of, well not civilians, but like people who aren't armed, medical staff. And what the medical staff are gonna do is they're gonna be very smart. They're gonna run. They're gonna leg it. Beard. Give this guy a mustache. Actually, yeah, you can get a mustache. And I'll give this guy, for defence, I'll give him a pistol. These medics and doctors, they reminded me of something funny I did in Around the Company of Heroes 2 with my father. What I did was I got a ton ambulance. I was playing as America, and in my infinite unending wisdom, I decided that the best course of action would be to fill it with bazookas, thinking the bazookas would be able to shoot out the ambulance. It then got blown to smithereens. So yeah, don't turn hospital vehicles into improvised RPG cars, because it won't work. And well, we'll have the doctors accompanied by some peoples. So. So this is like the evac point. So enter. So when a red unit enters this, it will just delete them. Now this doesn't mean that. Now this won't mean that if they enter the evac point, that doesn't mean that they win or that we win. It just means that those units get to live. And it also makes it somewhat more realistic, since people that shouldn't well be fighting in a battle like this are actually going to leg it. And it would make a bit of sense, considering, example, if the enemy's attacking with futuristic units and stuff like that. then it would make sense if some people started bricking it and running. Since we don't really have a command structure in this team, this is my mate History, he's posted a map like this, and I kind of want to have a crack at it, but apparently it's very difficult. Log. And it's truly amazing how in this map we have old grandpas with machine guns. Like, to be fair, this guy probably knows what he's talking about when it comes to machine guns. Log tank wall. I would put down a log tank wall, but this is set in like 40s and it's not a D-Day map, so yeah. So I've got, yeah, so this is where all the medical staff start to run. And basically at this point, this is where some so that should make things a bit, so yeah, enter. Now they're not gonna evacuate this way since that's too obvious. See, the whole idea is that this is sort of based around stealth and ambushes and guerrilla warfare. So we'll have... I hate to use so many PPSH units, but like I stated earlier, they're very good. they're very strong. They're very strong units. So enter. Well, don't worry, viewers. We're getting near the point where we're nearly done, and then we'll be able to send this off to some friends to get it tested. Right, and actually, I'll save myself some time and reuse. So what this is going to do is it's going to get them set behaviour, and it's going to so when the enemies get close, it's going to sort of get them to do that. And then after this, I need to go and Well, I need to then go and get this explosive barrel script over here done, and then I need to get the retreating lot done. My goodness. And this little militia tank better do a lot for this final defence. I'm sort of counting on it if I'm being honest. Right. I'll make it where it's actually, I'll give this guy, I'll give him a big backpack. Since he's gonna have like all the explosives and stuff. See, thought and smart and thought put into this. So he's got the big backpack, so if he's dead, then yeah. So what I recommend, so if anyone's watching this, if anyone's watching this while I'm making this and they plan on raiding this when I publish it, make sure this guy's dead. Get like a sniper team and script them to specifically go after this guy. I won't go and say that's cheating, but it's not cheating, it's being smart, it's military tactics. If there's a guy with an explosive backpack and barrels, then yeah. And the reason that we've got this little wall here is, well, because first of all I'm a bit of a cheapskate and it's a bit annoying when people don't go like the correct way on the map. But it's fine, if I want to delete the walls, that's fine. It's just, yeah. I do that so people don't instantly go and rush over there, because it's better if they go and attack here. We'll have one, and I'll have one person stood here, and he'll be like a mini boss. He'll have one of KG Daniel's MG34s, no bipod. He's like a cool dude, so he's gonna have 800 health. He's there. It's like the final line of defence, and he's gonna be very skilled. So he's there to defend when the enemy arrives. Now I would have planes, but wouldn't really make sense for this battle, since most of this battle is about scheming and like ambushes and guerrilla warfare. While there is like a tank counter-attack, that's more just that it's not really organised. The defence isn't that well organised, if I'm being honest. Vehicle placement foundations will not move. So I need more people with bolt actions. Shelf. So we're just gonna finish this here. Add some like little details. So the idea is that this group of like, well, rebels, well not rebels, but like this faction here, they have like a bunch of Russian weapons. Wait, do I have an RH-10? No. I'll give them an Ian gun though, because why not? I know an Ian gun's not Russian, it's Australian, but it's cool. It's a cool gun. Actually, yeah, I'll give this guy. I'll give this guy an Ian gun. Why not? They're not exactly standardised military units. There, yeah. Roof. And then we'll have the roof. Now again, the roof will be very like patchy. It's not going to be the best built. So where's my we've nearly got this little command house done. But we're gonna have this section here. Brilliantly stated, Father. So these lot are going to be, yeah. We'll have these lot paying their respects. We'll have little flowers as well. We'll have a stone lectern as well. Actually, we'll have like a little service. Stone wall. See, because they're people. They're going to be celebrating the lives of their co-workers and their friends. So we're going to have little he's not going to have a gun. He's a man of peace. Flat cap. Sunglasses. He will have my old flat cap that I made. I'll be giving a little speech. Flowers. We'll have flowers in some areas. So enter. Get unit. Wait, unit type. Yeah, there we go. So if they are blue, they're blue. If true, it's going to get a ref collection. Is there a door? There's a door there. So they're all just going to retreat. They can retreat there. But is alive. Now we're going to check. But we need to run this once, so the script doesn't go do lally and kill everyone with 50 explosive barrel shots. So he's alive. Health. So if he is alive, so if he's not, that's fine. But if he is, then it's gonna delay by 6 seconds. Or well, 5. And it's gonna explode, and it's gonna, well, not only destroy the bridge, then we'll just delete the barrels and delete big part of the bridge. But after that, we'll have then like a 4-second delay, and we'll give the player a victory text, and battle with text, and type general victory, string. So, even though the enemy blew up the bridge and most enemies will have escaped by then, you still haven't lost. We've still persevered through, and that pretty much makes most of what I needed to add. So, I'm going to do a little outro. This was Wrigglerot, formerly known as Wrigglerot Shenanigans, and formerly known as Wrigglerot's Gaming. And I would like to say thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!